Hey guys, it's Kat. I am doing my first VEDA vlog. I'm really excited. Okay, so first things first, I will tell you that this is me. Like, this is the no makeup, no hair done, pajamas me. Except lip gloss. I almost always have that on, even in my sleep. But what I'm going to do today is 20 questions. So we're going to start with question number 1 and go through all of them and just tell you a little bit about me. So here we go. So question number 1. When were you born? Day, month, and year. I was born June 1st, and I'm not going to tell you the year because you don't need to know. Because I'm way younger than I feel way younger than I am. And I look younger than I am, so we'll just keep that part a secret. Okay, question number 2 is, what did you love most about your hometown? Well, I didn't really have a hometown. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, lived there till I was 3, and then I moved kind of south near Belton and stayed there till I was 11, and then came back to Fort Worth, and I've kind of been in the DFW area ever since. But I did graduate high school in Lake Worth, Texas, and that's a big deal to me. Go Bullfrogs. Although the school has changed a lot since I went there. Okay, question number 3 is, what are some nicknames you had growing up? Well, my name is Kathy, actually. I've been going by Kat for several years now, but Kathy is my given name. And my middle name is Lynn. And so, when I was little, my whole family called me Kathy Lynn. And my very good best friend at the time, who was my cousin, Daniel, we used to make fun of each other all the time and make up funny names. And his name was Daniel, and so I would call him Leonad, which was Daniel backwards. And his last name was Neil, so I would say Leonad Lean, but then it turned into Leonad Spleen, which was funny. So I was Kathy Lynn, which is Ethak Neil. But for some reason, he thought it would be really funny to call me Flappy Skin instead of Kathy Lynn. So that was my nickname. I'm going to interject here and tell you that it's possible that my children might drive me insane. I'm just going to throw that out there. Question 4. Okay, so question 4 is, what is your favorite way to relax? I have to say my favorite way to relax, which I very seldom get to do, is to just sit on the back porch, or not really the front porch so much because I like kind of privacy, and just on a nice breezy windy day, read a book. If it's a little chilly, have a blanket and, you know, a hot cup of Earl Grey for my Keurig, or if it's a hot day, which in Texas it generally is, you know, a cold iced tea or a cold glass of ice water, and just sit and relax and just read and, you know, immerse yourself into that book. And gosh, I want a hammock so bad. I really need a hammock. What are they, like $100? I need to get a hammock. Okay, so question number 5 is, if I could have any superpower, what would it be? Definitely, without a doubt in my mind, invisibility. I wouldn't want to read minds because I wouldn't really want to know what a person thought. That's kind of weird, huh? Anyways, yeah, invisible. Okay, so question number 6 is, what is something about you that no one knows? I don't like my feet. My toes, mainly. My second toe is bigger than my long toe, which my family knows because they have the same thing. But let's face it, that's weird. It's weird to look like that to my big toe. Oh, and you know what else? My pinky toes, they kind of go on their sides a little bit. So I kind of feel like, I don't know. I just have weird feet. Seriously. Like, a pedicure's nice. I enjoy them. But I have really weird. Alright, so question number 7 is, what is something that really scares you? I'll tell you what really scares me. Dude, I live in Texas. You know what scares me? Tornadoes. Okay, so question number 8 is, what is one place you would love to travel to? Here's the thing. There's like a billion places I'd love to go, but I do kind of have a little bucket list, and I want to visit, and I want to make sure that all of my children visit every state in the U.S. and overseas at least once. So Why is my nose itch all the time? Allergies. Okay, so question number 9 is, if I could be any one person for a day, who would it be? Lucille Ball, who was a real person. However, her character is who I'm mostly talking about. I don't know much about her real life, but I mean, I know a little. But you know, she always seemed to have these great ideas, and they were really bad ideas, and they always got, you know, caught or in trouble. But she always managed to get out of it. And she just had a fun life. And you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to have any regrets. So, you know, she knew how to live. So question number 10 is, what is the best book you've ever read? And I'm actually going to save that question for the end of my video blog. So just hold that thought. Okay, so question number 11 is, what is one thing that you still want to learn to do? I want to learn how to be a ridiculously successful vlogger / blogger. I dabble in a lot of different things to try and find what I'm best at. And I think that motivating other people is something I'm good at, and leadership is something I'm good at. I really just need to learn more about the ins and outs of vlogging, and, you know, what's the best, you know, camera to use. Should I keep using my iPhone? Should I keep using iMovie? And I've tried other apps. Do not be schemed into using them. So, you know, I need to learn all about it, and hopefully become superbly awesome. So that's it. Okay, so question number 12 is, what is the craziest thing I've ever eaten? I've not had a lot of variety in my life. I was really pretty sheltered as a child when it came to cuisine. So I would say to date, it's probably been probably sushi. I've tried 3 times in Texas to have sushi because the mister likes it. And I don't. I just don't. A big thing is it's a big lot of stuff to have in your mouth at one time. You know, if it was more bite-sized, I might be okay with it, but it's not. So I don't like that. And the whole raw thing is not an option for this chickie. No raw food. No tartar in my mouth hole. Not okay, so I'm just going to interject right quick before question 13 and say something's up with little man. I don't know if he's having nightmares or I don't really know, but if you hear fussing in the background, I'm sorry. He's just a little sentimental tonight. Question 13. What famous person did you or do you have a crush on? I don't really do crushes, and you know, it's funny too, I have to say that my taste in men, generally speaking, like in celebrities, is just not the same as most women. Like, Tom Selleck, never really attractive to me. And I didn't mean Tom Selleck. Ew. Way ew. Sorry, Tom Selleck. I meant Tom Cruise. Wow. I will say that I didn't mind watching Channing Tatum dance in Magic Mike. You know, that 13-second clip in the middle of the movie. I could watch that 13-second clip over and over for the length of the entire movie, and I'd be okay. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so question number 14. Question number 14. What is the most exciting thing you've ever done? Well, having my little babies. Aw, he's having a rough night. Do you want to tell everybody hi? You say hi. He's my little star. Okay, so having my babies, it was pretty exciting. I mean, being a mother is the best thing in the number 14. What is the most exciting thing you've ever done? I would say my recent trip to California with my girlfriends. That was a lot of fun. We, you know, hung out on the beach and we watched a sunset and we rode the big Ferris wheel and, you know, visited Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and we did a lot. It was a lot of fun. I have to say, though, probably several years ago, the mister and I went with a few friends to Vegas. We went for the annual bar convention, but we stayed for several days, I think 4 days and 3 nights maybe, and, you know, just saw the sights, and that was a lot of fun. It was nice to let loose and just have fun and, you know, stay in a nice hotel, and that was a lot of fun. So I would say that's probably the most exciting thing I've ever done. Okay, so the next question is number 15. What is your favorite car? Well, as a practical mom, my favorite car would be the non-existent one. A small, economical car, doesn't cost a lot in gas, can fit 85,000 children and all of their accessories. That's the car that is my dream car. Maybe a Shelby. That's what I want, a Shelby Cobra. Yeah, those are pretty awesome. Yeah, maybe someday. Okay, so number 16. I probably should have pre-read these questions a little better because a couple of them are kind of merging together. What would you do to change the world? And actually, that question I'm going to answer at the end of these questions. What is something that you are incredibly proud of? Proud of my children. My oldest, my big kid, he is super smart and has the biggest heart. My mini-me is super sentimental and has a great singing voice and can be shy at sometimes, but is a social butterfly just like her mama. My little man, he is super, super smart, super, super funny, and I'm really proud of all. Okay, so number 18 is, what is the strangest job you've ever had? I have been bartending for about 10 years. I still bartend 2 days a week, and I have encountered some pretty strange people in bartending. Number 19, what do you love most about yourself? I like my hair color. I didn't when I was younger. I hated it back then. So question number 20 is, what would your last words be? Honestly, one of the things that I hate to talk about more than anything else is death and dying and morbid. We only live once. I think we should live life to our fullest, and the last thing that I want to do is talk about what my last words would be or what my last meal should be or any of that nonsense. So I'm just going to bypass that question like I never saw it, and we're going to jump back to 10 and 16 so I can, wrap this up. Okay, so question number 10 and question number 16. Question 10 was, what's the best book you've ever read? And question number 16 is, how are you changing the world? My name is Kat, and I'm an educational consultant for Usborne Books. It's what I love the most about myself, I guess. I should have answered that question that way. How am I changing the world? I'm changing the world one book at a time, one child at a time. The most important gift you can ever give to your children is the gift of knowledge and the gift of reading and literacy. And that's what Usborne's all about, just instilling a love of reading in children. So with that being said, I want you to know that I'm not going to plug my company in every single post that I do or very often. I will be doing monthly book readings at least. I'm going to try to do weekly book readings if I have the time. But I want you to know that I do love Usborne is a big part of who I am, so it will come up in my vlogs from time to time. But this is not a way for me to sell my books. That's not my mission. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, this is the best book I've ever read. I've read a lot of books. This is a book that was written by Michelle Nelson Schmidt, who is superbly awesome, by the way. And this book and this little guy, boop, seriously, life changers. I've literally recorded the answer to this question 5 times, and I keep crying, so I've had to delete them and start over. I can't say enough. The book is a journey of a little boy who needs to find himself and believe in who he is and what he thinks he can do without people telling him that he can't, or little green furry monsters telling him that he can't. So, anyways, that's the best book I've ever read. I've read a lot of great books, a lot of great novels in my life, but this book tops every book I've ever read. It has the best message of any book ever, since like the history of paper. So, that's all I got.